Hi everyone, this is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a pick a pile, pick a card reading for you. And yeah, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so very much for doing so. Now we're going to be focusing here on our life purpose. So let's just take a moment and see which pile you resonate with the most. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. All right. So if you resonated with the red dragonfly, we have here the Six of Swords. And this is interesting when it comes to our life purpose. When we see the Six of Swords, it's like, okay, well, that's moving forward with apprehension. But our life purpose is to move forward. Our life purpose is to gather up our knowledge and to take what is sacredly important to us and move forward with caution, with dedication, with insight, with looking at things in a different way and not necessarily taking the same baggage with ourselves over and over and over again. We're here to discover, we're here to learn, we're here to look at things differently and to look at ourselves differently. But again, to honor and cherish what is most sacred to us and most important to us. So that's going to be a game changer. We're going to be looking as we move forward, and we're going to be looking at, okay, what do I really want? And there's going to be a lot of questions that come forward as well. So part of our life purpose is to question, but it's also to dive deeper into the answers of. So it's questioning, it's seeking, it's finding, it's looking, you know, it's cherishing what is sacredly important to us. And it's it's saying I have to move forward, even if at times I am not sure what forward looks like or what forward means to me. And sometimes we're just going to have to go off of gut feel. It's like, even though I want to, throw in the towel, put down the oar and just stop, Spirit's like, no, it's it's time to keep going. It's time to seek and discover and find and look. So our life purpose here is as a seeker, but also as as a knowledge seer, as a person who I want to say is a storyteller. Okay. It's very interesting. It's like taking things in and telling the story of it because that's all life is. Life is a conglomeration of stories. How we see ourselves is a story that we see of ourselves. Other people will see different stories of our lives as well and different, segments of it or glimpses of it. There is a determination to us. There is a focus to us. There is also a mastery over our emotions that needs to be looked at and honored because we're going to think, oh, knowledge is everything. Like the knowledge of it is the most important thing. And that's not true. So just be aware of this during this time that it's it's not just the knowledge of it, it's how our emotions connect with the knowledge. Again, what is sacredly important to us, we will be protecting. And we need to see what is sacredly important to us because it might not be what everybody thinks it should be, or we might not be, you know, yeah, seeing things the way other people see them. So just be aware of this during this time. Because here we have, the mother holding the child or the woman holding the baby, it doesn't matter which one. And it's like, okay, this is sacredly important that we keep going, that, the man steering the ship and saying, okay, let's go, let's see, let's let's move things forward. And that's the role that I am taking on. And that's also a thing that's part of our life purpose. Like, don't try to do everything all at once because the only thing that will happen is you will be so frustrated with yourself. Okay? So, being aware of that is going to be a very, very important thing. All right, if you were drawn to the fossil, the fool reversed. So, our life mission, and you might think, oh, is not to jump, is not to go after everything. That's sassy. But part of our life mission here is to really think about things before we leap because it's really easy. It'll be so easy just to leap from one thing to another, and we get bored and we get chaotic and everything happens. So being aware about that is a super important thing here, where there's a sense of grounding ourselves, of seeing ourselves, of saying, what do I want? But also part of ourselves is to know the importance of taking a risk. Because the fool reversed is almost saying like, you know, I've taken so many risks. Like I've just jumped and I've just gone for it. Also, and it hasn't worked out. I've stumbled, I've fallen, I failed in ways that I couldn't even have imagined. And can I still move forward? And so here, we aren't careless anymore with the risks that we take. That was part of our life purpose is, okay, to be more mindful. And it can make us very cautious, like overly cautious. And what Spirit is showing is that during this time, we're going to be looking at things and saying, okay, when do I jump? When do I move forward? What am I going after? What do I want? What am I looking for? What do I see within me? How do I open up the door? That's going to be a very big thing. Like, how do I connect with this energy? And where do I stand? Because we're going to have a hard time after, yeah, in the younger years, okay? There was a sense of being a lot more risk taking, okay? And and then we've fallen or things have happened and it has held us back. It's made us more cautious. But part of our life purpose is to be able to say, okay, when do I jump again? Like, I have to start going after my dreams again. I have to start connecting. There's also a huge connection with healing. Healing is going to be a huge part of your life purpose, like an astoundingly powerful part of your life purpose is it really is. And there's a healing around the heart, especially around what we love, around what we're passionate about. So there's almost a sense of like you lost that passion and now you're finding it again. Now you're reconnecting with it again. You're going to see yourself stepping into yourself in a way that you hadn't before. You just hadn't. And there's now a gravity, a brevity, not a brevity, but there's a depth to you that there wasn't before. So as this card turns around and says, okay, I can take that leap of faith again. Like I can take that leap and I know I'm going to fall and I know I'm going to stumble, but I've healed myself from the falls and the stumbles that I've had before. Then we start to see ourselves being able to move forward as like a powerhouse, because we know that life comes with scars. We're well aware of it. And we're well aware of still connecting with our soul's dream and still seeing ourselves. And that's a huge thing. It moves us then to the green dragonfly, which is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is going and doing, is moving. You know, it's funny because the Fool was like not too fast, and the Eight of Wands is constant movement, and it's almost like we're being built up to that. We're being built up, and it's like, how can my life purpose be constant movement? It's like being able to dance. You know, it's that rhythm, being able to lead, being able to follow, being able to have that beautiful dance come forward. And we're going to see that guiding us in a way that just hadn't before, or we hadn't realized was important before. We're going to see so much changing within ourselves. And we're going to see ourselves in a way that opens up the door, that brings new insight, that brings new understanding. So the Eight of Wands is the fact that we're always going to be growing. We're always going to be learning. We're always going to be gaining and seeing. And we're taking that all in. And it's all becoming a part of us. It's like our world is never stagnant and still. Even if somebody looks in and be like, well, you're not really moving that much, like you're sitting still, but there's a deeper connection to everything that's going on. And that's going to be the game changer that most people don't ever fully understand. It's like, even though it looks like you're being still, so much is happening. So much power is moving you forward. So much is guiding you. So there's a movement to your spirit that is amazing. It's like being part of the wind. And I wouldn't be surprised if part of like astral projection or connecting with nature, you know, getting messages off of the wind, being able to even connect with spirits, like that's a huge part of who you are. And that's really cool. Like me personally, I think that's super cool. You might think, oh, that's freaky, but no, it's super cool. So just know that somebody might be looking at your life and be like, boring, but it's not. It's so rich. It's so rich. I'm seeing it's not the norm, but it's amazing. Now, okay. Yeah, that's amazing. All right. Now, if you are drawn to all the decks, because like me, you love the tarot, let's see the story that they have to tell all together. So what's very interesting is that there's a sense here of our life purpose being to move forward in caution, but also to know our purpose, know what we desire, and keep on going, even when at times we want to stop, even in at times we are overwhelmed. We are also conquering emotions that want to drown us. So we feel things intensely, we analyze things intensely, and that's a huge part of what drives us, what moves us forward. Taking care of people and things is also going to be a huge part of us. We are a natural nurturer, and that's going to be, and a natural protector. So that's going to be very important here with the Six of Swords. Now, with the Fool reversed, it's not jumping after everything. That is actually like we've jumped, we've gone, especially when we were younger, where there was a sense of like, oh, I'm going to try this and oh, I'm going to try that. And you might have, been diagnosed with ADHD, or you might have, had people say like the thing is not getting you interested in something, it's getting you to stay with that one thing. So that energy has come forward, and then the Fool reversed is I'm just seeing like profound caution, profound caution. It's like I know what failure is, I know what heartbreak is, I know what pain is, I know what loss is, and I'm not really here for that, type of energy. And it's not that we're rejecting the complexity of life; it's just that we honor it. We really do. It's like we're not coming in here foolhardy, but there is a healing that's moving us forward that is guiding us. It's like, and people will be able to feel the healing. It's kind of like somebody looks at you or somebody connects with you, and they're like, I know you've lived through stuff. Like I know you've been through more than you're probably ever going to share, or more than you'll ever say. And I see that within you, and that's going to be something that draws people to you. And part of the life purpose is to have this time of inwardness, to then be like, okay, now I'm going to go after those dreams again. Now I'm going to take those jumps. Now I'm going to go after what I want. But instead of being like Icarus and flying too close to the sun, we're going to be like Didymus, and we're going to fly lower and, not as bold and brazenly, but determinedly and directly to our goals. And that's going to be a very interesting thing, because once we get there, like once we look at this here, it's the Eight of Wands. It's a sense of movement. It is a sense of passion and fire and power. So even when you're sitting still, there's a connection to you, to this greater world that is astounding. This can be shamanic work. This can be, again, astral projection. This can be, talking with spirits. This is a real sense of opening up the doors in ways that you hadn't imagined could be. And a life purpose is to connect with that energy of constant movement with the earth, the power of the wind, the power of the constant evolution of existence, and seeing your soul moving in a direction that is profound. And it's just breathtaking. It's breathtaking. So this is beautiful. I really like this. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. I hope this reading has resonated with you. Oh, yes. And if you're interested in entering to win a free reading, put a heart in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on the 1st of March. So good luck to everyone. The announcement will be done in a separate video, so keep your eyes open for that. And do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box. It will not be me. All right. Oh, and if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below. Now let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.